Good afternoon, everybody. 979 ice baths in a row. Today, 979. The plunge is nice and cold. Let's get in here. Woo! Monday. It is Labor Day. So a lot of you are probably off. I work today, but probably a lot of people are off for Labor Day. I was just thinking, I had a really good talk with a friend of mine this morning, Jeff. If you're watching, I really appreciate your content, and it just made me think that I was on the right track of being genuine. I think I just finished reading the book, The Feeling Economy, and I think it's important for people to understand what's going to be valuable in the future. And one of the things that's going to be valuable is emotional intelligence, empathy, intuition, and really caring about other people. So I like to follow content creators that are genuine, that just cut to the chase, no bullshit, tell you things like they are. That's, I think, going to be more and more valued as we move forward. And it's something I try to do as well. And I'm just going to keep doing that with my coaching clients, going to keep doing that with people with Whoosy and AI. And just be genuine, be authentic. Tell people what they can do and why they're suffering and why they're struggling, and try and help them out if you can, and show empathy. And sometimes it's just about listening to people and letting them unload their problems into the air so they can feel better. But I think, really, if you read the book, The Feeling Economy, I agree with some of the things it talks about. We've moved from a physical economy back in the turn of the century, of last century, where people worked, and that, machines, mining, farming, manufacturing, these were things that really helped the economy. And so people that could do those kinds of things were valued. So physical strength was valued. Being able to operate things was valued, and work physically was valued. Well, we've moved away from that. I don't think we're ever going back. We're now in a thinking economy. We've been in that for a while, where it's really valuable to be able to think. Well, that's coming to an end here. We're on the tail end of that. Probably in the next 10 years, we're going to be moving into the feeling economy, because computers are going to think for us. They already do a lot of the work for us. That's going to continue. Efficiency, whether it's good or bad, you can have your opinion. This is the way it's going to be. We're no longer in a physical environment. We're ending very shortly the thinking environment, and we're moving into the feeling environment. So real skills like empathy, emotional intelligence, EQ is going to be more important than IQ, because computers will think. And computers are way smarter than we are when it comes to analytics, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to repetitive tasks. So that's going to be offloaded over the next 10 years. And humans are really going to be about feeling each other, being there for mental health and emotional support. Like if you call customer service right now, we're already entering this, but it's really going to be taking over the next 10 years. If I call a company for support right now, I get an AI chatbot. Right? The chatbot will answer most of my questions. Unless I have something very specific or something very unusual, then they'll get an actual human customer service rep to help me out. Well, that's going to be the trend more and more and more. The computers will handle 90%, 95% of all the problems, all the tasks, all the questions. But then that 5% of customer service reps or human beings will handle the one-offs, the 5%. And that's going to continue. So it's going to be more important for us to learn the soft skills. If you haven't started yet, start improving your emotional intelligence, learning how to listen. That's where journaling is so important. Journaling can be very helpful for you to understand your own thought process and be quick to listen, not quick to offer advice or to judge. I think that's going to be more and more important in the future as we move forward. So very interesting progression from a physical economy to a thinking economy, to a feeling economy. And that's where we're headed, guys. So work on those skills for me. Write in your journal, read some books about emotional intelligence, and learn to listen better. Not always just solve or prejudge or preconceive. Really listening and tapping into connecting with people, tapping into emotions. That's going to be really valuable. Take care, guys. Have a great day.